Russell, 30 seconds on talking to each
I
other.
never said nothing in 30 seconds. I think there's a real danger. It's sort of part of the bourgeois exercise of higher education. In having this conversation in a really abstract and academic way, in the worst sense of the word, and then going off into returning to our daily lives, and basically participating in, and in many ways benefiting from, while also suffering from, a grossly unequal system. I think that as intellectuals, if we still consider ourselves intellectuals, we're called to do more. We're not simply engaged in a sort of careerist, individualist exercise here. We're called here to engage in an intellectual pursuit that is based in part on creating a better society, a more just society. And I would just urge you, as we think about and as we pursue a more just society, I would really urge you to consider and seek to employ materialist analyses, historical analyses, social analyses that try to account for the sort of vast disparities in wealth and power that we see in our society and we see in our world. I would suggest to you that the historical experience of slavery and the racialized democracy that it produced is in large part the source of the ongoing tremendous inequality in our society. That sounds very strange to you all because you all, for the most part, have been beneficiaries of white supremacy. Okay? No matter what color you are in this room, we've been beneficiaries of white supremacy. White supremacy has given us property. It's given us wealth. It's given us privilege. Even many of us who look like me. But if we're truly interested in freedom and democracy, then we have to think about that wealth, to borrow a phrase, as essentially ill-gotten. And if we're interested in salvaging ourselves, I mean, this is a way in which we can talk about self-interest. If we're interested in salvaging ourselves, if we're not interested in simply becoming sycophants for transnational corporations, that we're going to go off and become junior managers in some leviathan that's going to drive us into war without end, and into greater and greater global disparities, then we have to think about challenging fundamentally a system that legitimates this kind of wealth disparity and expropriation.